It's almost 3 o'clock, and this is usually my witching hour. For whatever reason, my body has this internal alarm clock that will get up at 3 o'clock in the morning, regardless to when I went to bed, unless I'm just coming in the house. This is about the time that I'm gonna get up, and I'm wide awake for about a good half an hour. And I just realized that this is when I usually have like some of my most clearest thoughts about things. And so, in the interest of doing what I said I was gonna do, my thoughts for tonight were, what are some of the things that I thought were the biggest killers of relationships? And when I say relationships, I don't mean just between a partner. It could be family, it could be work relationships. It don't really matter. It's just the breaking down of a relationship between two people that had a mutual trust, love, or understanding until something happens and it ain't that no more. So this ain't a man bashing thing, this ain't a woman bashing thing. This is just my thought on what I feel like is a really big killer of relationships that people don't really go back and address or see. And for me, I feel like that is when people minimize or don't show up for a person during their time of stress or distress, and then when karma or the situation spins back around, they want that same person to then be there for them and show up for them. And it's a lack of accountability and sometimes acknowledgement that you should have gone back before you were in need and said, hey, you know what? I wasn't sure, I wasn't ready, I didn't understand, or whatever the case may be, that I should have been there for you and I just didn't have it in me, or I didn't recognize that that was what I should have been doing at the time. And I apologize for not being there. Or whatever your method of reconciling that was, that you were not there for that person. But the idea that you can hear, see, and be around a person, see them in distress, and oftentimes it's met with like, are you tripping, you're insecure, it ain't that deep, or things of that nature. And then when the situation magically turns back around and you are now feeling those same feelings, the audacity of people to turn around and be like, how could you not be there for me? How could you not recognize my distress and not want to help or be there or not be sensitive to that? It's just crazy to me. Like, how dare you? And I say that as a person that has been on both sides of the coin. But it's just wow. Did you expect a person to, one, forget the fact that you were not there for them when they needed you, or made them feel like they were crazy or not worth your effort to make them feel some type of comfort, or that you were even there to support them. Because sometimes you can't even make a person feel comfort or feel better about where they are. Sometimes it's just about sitting with them and saying, I don't know if I can help you, but I could be present for the moment. But people don't do that. So when it comes time for it to be the same way, you can't look at a person like they failed you, because now that fabric of compassion or sensitivity is not as strong as it was before, because people will humanly feel like, yo, you wasn't there for me. I don't know if I can invest my emotions, my time, my mental capacity on you like I once was when it was the other way. And some people be like, oh, that's childish, or that's human. Like, I only have but so much mental capacity, and after a while people don't invest that in people that they don't see a level of reciprocity. I say all that to say it also needs to be genuine. So don't go back and address things just for the sake of having some coins in the bank, just in case you have some stress. People will definitely know the difference, and it'll show up in how you respond later on. So don't be fake about it. But have an understanding that people are not going to show up for you with the same level of intensity that you may need if you have done a poor job of being a support for them when they needed you. And some people may be like, oh, that should go without saying. You'd be surprised how many people have convenient amnesia when it's their time to need or be heard or supported. So I'm gonna go to bed. In a little bit, after a while, I'm about to enjoy some of this wonderful Miami early morning weather. It's quite peaceful out here. But I just wanted to share a little bit of my early morning thoughts, as I said.